Mr. President,
Mr. President, what do you think about the Senate vote on the CR?
what was the vote?
They just voted to advance it.
What?
They just voted to advance it.
Good. That's good. I mean, I was told that was what was going to happen. Very good. And I appreciate Senator Schumer, and I think he did the right thing. Really, I'm very impressed by that.
Democrats are imploding with multiple lawmakers taking aim at Senator Chuck Schumer. President Donald Trump takes a victory lap as he gets some very positive numbers from CNN of all places. And Senator John Fetterman stands strong and sends a scathing message to House Democrats, especially to Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Guys, we got a lot of stories to share with you guys today, so let's go ahead and get down to business, shall we? Senator Chuck Schumer is under fire right now from his own party. This is after the Senate approved the government's funding bill just hours before the government shutdown deadline.
The Senate has passed a short-term funding bill in a 54-46 vote, avoiding a government shutdown. The legislation already passed the House, and it now heads to President Trump's desk. The final vote was at a 51-vote threshold, not 60, so the Democrats who voted to advance the legislation did not have to vote for it this time. 10 Democrats voted for the bill, including Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. The stopgap measure funds the government until September 30th. It increases defense spending by $6 billion and cuts domestic spending by $13 billion. It also allocates more money for immigration enforcement and veterans health care.
And Chuck Schumer is getting mentioned a lot here. Now, as you heard, he was able to bring along 9 other Democrats to vote for this bill. This is something that pissed off a lot of hardworking lawmakers from the left, one of which was Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Here she is continuing the same tired narrative that she's been saying for years now.
Of a devastating decision this would be to federal workers, how devastating of a decision this would be to the country to write a blank check for a slush fund for Senate Democrats to completely roll over and give up on protecting the Constitution. People think this is a left issue or a right issue. It's not. It's genuinely not. This is about our values and what we stand for, and it's about the right thing and the wrong thing. And we have time to correct course, and I think that's the most urgent message of them all.
What can you do now?
We need to make sure that we're organizing people and that everyday people are raising their voices and that Senate Democrats hear loud and clear what the will is here. And again, this is not partisan. This is about right and wrong.
Is it time for new leadership in the Senate, you think?
I think, again, we have time to correct course on this decision. Senate Democrats can vote no, we can correct course, and that is the most important thing in front of us right now, making sure that we do not support cloture and that we do not support this bill. And above all, that is what comes front and center.
Members are here in Leesburg, over 100 Democrats. What was the collective reaction? What are members talking to each other about right now when they hear about this decision?
I think there is a deep sense of outrage and betrayal.
Urgent warning, guys. The job market is collapsing. The economy is shrinking fast. Layoffs are skyrocketing. The Trump tariffs are already shaking industries. The media won't tell you this, but most high-paying jobs, they're disappearing. And the ones that do remain, they're soon going to be out of reach. But here's the good news, guys. I've put together a list of 30-plus jobs that pay around $100,000 per year without a degree. These are recession-proof jobs, and some are even set to explode in demand thanks to this economic shakeup. No college degree required, no student debt, just real jobs that pay. But I promise, guys, this list is not going to be available forever. So get it right now. Get it before these jobs are flooded by the competition. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link down below so you can get your free list of the 30-plus jobs that pay over $100,000 without a college degree. So download this list before it's too late. One Democrat who's been very vocal about voting yes on this bill is Senator John Fetterman. The senator from Pennsylvania hasn't been shy to go against his own party regarding key issues. He also commented on House Democrats and their outrageous takes when it comes to a government shutdown.
And we've heard Democrats in the House really upset about Schumer's move, the progressive base, also the Democratic base. What do you think it says about the Democratic Party?
I'm terrified to know that they're angry or frustrated. Well, yelling on social media isn't leadership. Okay, I'll be the Democrat that's not going to pander, and I'm going to tell you the truth. And if you think shutting the government is smart, then I thought you're not supposed to get into a war when there's no exit plan. You know, guess what? They're going to realize that the exit ramp is owned by the GOP. We are going to do the things that Musk and Trump can't do, and that's shutting the government down. We will shut it down for them and can only turn it back on GOP's term. And they have unlimited time to do whatever they want to the government that. So, like I said, they can yell and fundraise off of that, but I'll be the only Democrat that's going to tell America the truth about shutting the government down, and that would be a fucking disaster. And I'm daring them to keep pushing.
Besides Fetterman, President Trump's also giving Democrats a reason to be divided. In a post on Truth Social, he thanked Senator Chuck Schumer for doing the right thing, adding that it took guts and courage to do it. Now, I'm sure the left are now shouting at their phones from just reading this post. By the way, if you guys appreciate the daily news updates, please take a second, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel. You guys are amazing. Well, guess what? Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley, she took it a step further by appearing on CNN to talk about it. Watch.
President Trump praised Senator Schumer for having the, quote, guts to do the right thing, calling his support of the spending bill a smart move. How will that sit, you think, with House Democrats?
Well, again, I don't think we should be moving in any way to elicit a praise from Donald Trump, who has no respect for Congress and the power of the purse, who is by the hour rolling out proposals and executive actions that are lawless and that are callous. We do not want to be praised by Donald Trump. This is a hostile government takeover. He is a dictator. And what do you mean a dictator with? Defiance. The Democrats can't only be the adults in the room. We have to be the fighters too.
The noise regarding Chuck Schumer being replaced is now becoming so much louder. And House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, he was smothered with questions regarding this idea. And I gotta say, it is easy to see when they're literally angry at being asked tough questions. Watch this.
No. Do not characterize.
No, my question was, why are you afraid to say that?
Do not characterize my remarks. I'm not afraid about anything.
But you went to another question twice when asked about that.
Isn't it a yes or no question?
I said I was very clear that we look forward to working with every single one of our Senate Democratic colleagues. Every single one of them. To push back against the Trump administration. Every single one.
If you just said yes to having confidence in him, this would go away in many ways.
Do you think that this is what the American people care about right now? Or do they want us to do everything that we can to stop this partisan and harmful Republican bill from actually becoming law? Because that's what we as House Democrats are focused on.
Now, moving on, guys, CNN is at an all-time low as they just keep taking L's on their show. It's quite comical, actually. The economy is slowly getting better, which doesn't fit the narrative of the left. So here's Scott Jennings absolutely decimating his co-host as he educates them about the numbers. And I want you guys to notice just how quiet they are when they know for a fact that they have nothing to stand on.
Corrections are not unusual. I mean, during the bull market from 2009 to 2020, I think we even had 5 corrections during that period. We tend to have them every couple of years. It's not unusual. They tend to be cyclical. There are other signs, I think, in the economy that are helping real people. Wholesale inflation is down. Consumer inflation is down. Gas prices are decreasing. Mortgage rates coming down. Egg prices are $4.89 today. They were $6.55 on January 21st. We've seen manufacturing jobs in the last jobs report go up. Private investment announcements are going up. And a whole bunch of nutty climate regulations have been eviscerated by this administration. So the stock market is one measurement. It's not unusual for corrections to occur, but there's a whole bunch of green shoots that I think we could look to and say, maybe there's some optimism to be had. He is articulating some parts of the strategy, and it all revolves around more manufacturing in the United States. He believes strongly in the tariffs as a stimulant to American manufacturing. By the way, he is building ships. I heard you mention that. They've got a shipbuilding strategy, too. But they strongly believe that they're going to encourage people to bring back investment. And they've had a number of huge investment announcements of manufacturing in a number of different sectors. That's their view. Now, does it all happen overnight? No. And I don't think anyone should be hysterical over the stock market on one day or 6 weeks. Corrections occur, and then the markets, move around. But this idea of trying to stimulate more manufacturing in the United States. That's the plan.
I'm all
And
for
he,
that.
And he thinks it will
I
work.
have been for.
But of course, CNN doesn't like it when their narrative is shot down, although they really don't have much of a choice when the person that they invited to the interview does it for them. Here's Congresswoman Lisa McClain dropping a nuclear truth bomb on CNN's Boris Sanchez regarding the tariffs.
All you need to do is turn on the TV. Look at your show. It's nothing but fear mongering. That's all the Democrats do. What's inflation doing? What's inflation? Up or down? Oh, it's down. What's the prices of eggs? Oh, they're down. What's the prices of mortgage? Oh, it's down, right? But we don't cover the positive things. We only cover the negative things to get everyone worked up. So here's two things. This could be a potential problem, but it actually could be a potential long-term solution. But when you don't want to cover the other half and all you talk about is the one half, of course that's what you're going to hear. I would prefer to give both sides of the story. That's what real news people used to do, is they would give both sides of the story. So one side of the story is, yes, potentially on the short term, listen, tariffs could cause us some discomfort, no question. But let's take a look at the long term. Do you think there's any benefits to the long term? I can share with you that there are benefits to the long term if we can get this on a level playing field. And that's what we need to do. Instead of just getting everyone all ginned up about, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. Let's talk about the vision on what we're actually trying to do, which is reverse the negative course and put America on track to be respected again.
The fear-mongering has led to some celebrities fleeing the country. I'm not sure if they're scared about tariffs, or maybe it's something else. Something far more sinister, maybe. Epstein files, perhaps? I don't know. Diddy's party? Now, I talked about this in a previous live stream where Rosie O'Donnell has resurfaced and revealed her move to Ireland. But even then, she still can't stop talking about President Trump. Make sure you guys check that out after this, because she is clearly obsessed. As always, thanks for hitting the like button. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. We'll see you guys next time.